There you go. And see, yeah, and create this triangle. So boom, it goes in your eye, then it comes around and then breaks your collarbone. And I'm like, here. And then this is right back across the eyes. He's trying to get away. I got you now. Yeah, so now where are you gonna go? My name is Tom Shikaski. I run an awareness school that also teaches self-defense to women, children, and other communities that are at risk. I played football in college and had brothers growing up, so I was always, roughhousing and whatnot. And when I moved here, a friend of mine introduced me to Aikido, the Japanese art of self-defense. It was the concept of a self-defense, but learning things that were incredibly useful and create a lot of trauma. I've been studying Filipino stick and knife fighting for 9 years, which is learning how to fight multiple attackers and really looking at what are the most vulnerable parts of a human. So the two are actual military style fighting techniques. The true sense of martial in martial art, which is not a sport. It is defending you and your loved ones above all else. As a father, I started being much more aware of everything that was happening. I had decided I am not going to raise a daughter that's totally unaware. And so I started training her. I saw her responses. I started then taking more self-defense classes, and the responses I was getting was one that I was doing something valuable. It became more evident and clear to me that people here in the city didn't really feel like they needed it, yet statistically speaking, it was happening all the time. I know so many people that are at risk. They're getting sought out to be beaten up by people that are homophobic or just plain hate in their hearts.
As a gay man, it's not easy for me to just walk down the streets without being looked at or harassed. A lot has to do with our current president igniting all this hatred against a lot of minorities, especially the LGBT community. I don't want to engage in any kind of violence. I just want to get out of there and continue with my life.
Our students learn how to be comfortable with people actually having their hands on them and understanding, wow, they're losing their ability to use those hands right now where I have, A, B, C, and D that I can do.
You don't have to be huge to defend yourself or to defend someone else.
I was in a domestic violence situation, so I was constantly harassed, beaten. I was always abused by this person. I feel more empowered that in case I was to encounter a situation like that, I feel confident that I could just easily get out of that situation.
I haven't had anyone go through the program that has had to use the physical part, which I find that amazing. I've had several people tell me how they've avoided situations.
As Tom tries to teach me to be aware of things around me, I don't feel as vulnerable. You can sit on the train and look around and see how people's body posture is. You can see somebody that's angry, you can see somebody that's stressed out, you can see somebody that's vulnerable.
People have told me their level of awareness was able to allow them to use the evasion techniques to move away from dangerous areas. On the other hand, I've had a couple people here in the city say using the stop technique and very confidently defending their space was enough as well. Unfortunately, too many of the people that are taking my class have had violent things happen to them, and I want to get to them in that preventative stage, middle school, in high school, before young women are going off to college. And I also want to teach young men how they can step up and help out and be part of the solution, not part of the problem.